What's up, Nerf Herders? I'm Scott.
I'm John. J-Bone.
Welcome to our spoiler discussion video for Marvel's latest in the cinematic universe, Ant-Man. And this film's kicking off Phase 3, closing out 2015, and following the Avengers Age of Ultron. So, expectations are super high. Not a lot of people know about Ant-Man.
Avengers Age of Bust. Sorry. No, it wasn't a bust, dude.
You guys just got out of the theater. I saw it a couple days ago.
Yeah, we're fresh off the press.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, what do we dive into? Where do we start?
Opening thoughts.
Just, yeah, dude, I think we all conclusively really enjoyed
I liked
this
it a lot.
movie.
To me, it reminded me a lot of Iron Man because you get the origin story and you get the character kind of getting used to his new gear, his new relationship with the suit. So he's test driving it, making sure he can do it correctly. But then, oh my god! And
The red capes are coming.
and then you get the battle with the guy who's kind of like the corporate sidekick, almost similar to Iron Man, where where Tony Stark had to battle his partner in another Iron Man suit. So I kind of like the mirror.
Yeah, it was
how
very
it was like mirroring that.
Very similar, yeah. Absolutely. The thing I liked a lot was, we talked about this before, just the whole passing of the torch.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Douglas, as Hank Pym Parker's already been around. That opening scene where he walks in, he's just like, Mr. Stark. He's just like, oh, dude, like, you're Tony Stark's dad. And then
What a cool intro, man.
Yeah.
And then there was Peggy Carter there again, older and stuff. Yeah, super cool intro. A perfect way to tie it in that Hank Pym's been around the block with S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yep.
And he's been in the talks. And I love how, he's already here, everything's established. He's looking for his protege to pass it down to who's worthy of this suit. Scott Lang was just like a master of burglary and gives him the suit because they got to pull off this heist. And it was another thing that was so cool. It's a heist movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's a straight up heist film.
Yeah, it was awesome. I liked the girl who played Hank Pym's daughter.
Oh yeah, Evangeline Lilly.
Yeah, she was awesome. I really liked her. I like that. I don't know if it's true or not, but it looked like she was doing her own stunts in the fight sequences. I mean, she even had the body of like a fighter, like broad shoulders, like but slim and trim. But like I don't know, she just looked like she was doing all of her own stunts.
Shit, I didn't realize
for like
that.
the judo part of it.
Yeah,
I
I wasn't even paying attention to that. Like I was just enjoying it,
Yeah.
God, man. Yeah, that movie rocked, dude. Like, what was so cool about it is that they really didn't leave any stone unturned. But what I mean by it is like, for example, I even told him in the theater, there's this scene where Michael Pena,
Michael Pena.
Pena, was near the end when he's in the security suit and he's like, well, the boss man wants me to like kind of guard the place, and he's like, well, I am the boss man. He's like, oh, boom, and he one hit knocks him out. It's like, if you think about it, that does make sense because in the beginning of the film, he's just like, yeah, I'm the only guy who knocked down that big prison dude.
Yeah. Dude, was that not perfect foreshadowing?
Cool.
Oh, it was
that
like,
was top notch foreshadowing, dude. I love that.
It was
everyone he fought. He was like one punch knockouts. Every single like guard he came across.
Yeah.
Which was
so
cool.
I thought that was cool. I like the Easter eggs with Avengers, like breaking into an Avengers compound is pretty difficult, and it's like the Avengers post Ultron.
Yeah, they even made that reference to like maybe they'll drop a city on us again or something like that.
Oh, yeah, it's like they're too busy dropping cities from the sky.
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah, that was cool.
Or even just like the awareness that like the Avengers team is there, and even like
absolutely.
Scott Lang being like, "I fought an Avenger and it's like survived."
It survived.
That's
yeah.
cool.
That was
battle
an awesome cameo.
That cameo was. I had so much fun with that scene.
You know what really bummed me out? Did you guys see like the TV spot that showed that cameo? Did you know it was coming?
No.
All right, good, because I didn't either. But after seeing the movie, and then I was watching some reviews, and I like to go back and watch the latest trailers released just to see how much they're really giving away and stuff. They spoiled that cameo.
Really?
In one of the
Really?
TV spots. I'm like, why would you spoil that cameo with Falcon? Like, that's a badass surprise to walk into.
That was awesome.
Yeah, I didn't know that because I watched the first Ant-Man trailer and never watched anything else. I specifically has been staying off.
Yeah,
like,
just
I'm
the
watching
first
one
one, yeah.
trailer for every movie, like the first one that's a little like hint at everything, and then I'm done. Like I'm cashed out.
Star Wars we already got our hint, so no more trailers.
Yeah,
from
but
here
like
on
that's
out.
crazy. That was like a super big surprise to me when they showed like the Stark compound. I was like, that kind of looks like the Avengers compound from Age of Ultron, the ending.
Yeah.
And then they go over. I'm like, holy shit, it's the same one. That's cool. And then
He's like, oh, it doesn't look like anybody's home, so I'll just go ahead.
you know, and yeah, I thought that was a wonderful. I had no idea I was expecting that. Like I was expecting maybe a cameo from Falcon or Cap from like the post-credit sequence like we got.
Right.
But I wasn't expecting it in the movie. I wasn't expecting any cameos in the movie.
Yeah, it was super
Which I
cool
thought
how
was
they
cool.
tied that like that. I thought it was tasteful. It wasn't
Yeah.
forced or anything. It was like they had to go to this specific spot to get this specific item, and it just so happened to be that that's their new secret base. So it's just it worked out like that.
The only thing that didn't make sense to me was how that guy got into the Yellow Jacket suit in a fucking helicopter within seconds. He must have. I don't know. I don't know how he gets it. Like maybe the Yellow Jacket had the serum, the pin particle serum, or the Yellow Jacket serum, and he pressed some sort of button, and his suit expanded, and he got in the suit all within a matter of, I don't know, 30 seconds or something.
Well, I mean, Ant-Man got in the suit within 10 seconds when he was breaking out of the prison because you saw the ants making a little timer and clock time down. The only thing I can think of is like he's been conspiring with Hydra this whole time and was able to create that suit, you know, specifically for him to gear up really quickly, so he knew it like forwards and backwards.
Yeah.
Because
exactly.
when he was expanded, he had those like blue lasers which looked like Hydra technology.
It was,
you know?
yeah, it was Hydra.
So that's the only reason I can think of that he could just get in and out like so quick, which is
I
he's
thought-
used to the suit, he's tried it out, he's test driven it since he, you know, I guess cracked the code of how to make it.
Yeah.
I liked the Hydra tie-in. Okay, I liked that. I liked how those guys, those prominent businessmen, were Hydra, basically top echelon. I like that.
Yeah.
What I really liked, and I was very pleasantly surprised, was Michael Douglas's performance.
Dude,
Like,
I was just going to
awesome.
ask about that. Him as Hank Pym.
Oh,
Very
it was
well
it was
done.
perfect. It
Oh,
was like
dude.
every time he was on, it was like there was no like boring moment or dull moment. God, I even pointed to him in the theater. The part where he walked in and he's just like, yeah, ID, and he whips out like $40, his car keys, and his wallet. He's like, maybe that will do it. And that big ass mirror on the wall. He's like, sorry, sir. Sorry. I'm like, yeah, man.
Yeah.
You show him who's boss, like big boss daddy's back in town, dude. You
Yeah,
know?
dude.
I love that scene.
Yeah, Michael Douglas killed it. What else? I was gonna say the villain was awesome. That guy was like that total. Ugh, I hated him. You know?
Yeah,
yeah,
slimy,
he's
slippery
like-
fuck. You know.
I thought he did a very good job. I haven't seen him in much. He hasn't really been in that many films that I've seen.
I think
his
he's
face
the
looks
lead.
really familiar.
I think
but
he's the lead.
he's the
character
lead
for
character for the Strain.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but that's the only thing I'd ever seen him in before this.
Yeah.
So I was never like really much in touch with his performance abilities, but he was awesome. I
Yeah,
really
he played really good. Like I liked him more because since we're comparing Iron Man, I liked him better than Jeff Bridges.
So did I.
In Iron
Yeah.
Man, how his character was portrayed.
I haven't liked
But he was
him
just
better
such a
than-
stereotypical villain. Like I liked him and stuff when he got into the Yellow Jacket suit and you know the battling and stuff. Perfect. He was a perfect slimy scuzzball type guy. But it's just one of those villains where it's like, cool man, you did your job, but it's like it's not gonna stick the same way as something like Loki does. Or you know,
Right.
Winter Soldier, because it's
Well, I
just
think Loki
it's a
and
dime a
Winter's-
dozen villain. I
Yeah.
want power. I'm a power hungry guy, and it's like, your motives aren't there for me.
For
But he
sure.
he definitely did a good job though. He played it perfect for what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did really good. What else? Paul Rudd, man. Paul Rudd is like as Scott Lang.
I liked it.
I liked him a lot, dude.
Oh yeah, he's good. He's gonna fit right in with the Avengers stuff as
He's
far
got-
as his character.
Yeah, he's got a great personality for that character. I think it's going to go really well with him. I was telling him the scene where him and what's the guy's name? Not Nighthawk, freaking the
Falcon.
Falcon. Sorry, yeah, thank you, Falcon. When him and Falcon are battling, I was like, watching the next tie-in or whatever. They're
Yeah.
totally gonna like just butt heads or just like kind of just.
Well, you don't ever. I mean,
Not
you
really
don't know.
fight,
You
not-
don't know what's going to happen because now, like with that post-credit sequence, you're like, well, is Scott Lang going to be on Cap's side then?
I would
know?
say so.
Well, I never
But we'll
really
see
butt
where it
heads.
goes with it,
Not
but-
really butt
He
heads.
got his ass whooped by him technically.
Yeah, not really butt heads, but like kind of like how Cap and Iron Man kind of nitpick at each other. It's
Right.
kind of like little things that make it quirky and fun. I could totally see that. It's gonna be fun. Yeah, and he did get his ass kicked by him. He totally just ruined his suit, dude.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think I really love too, with Michael Douglas as Hank Pym and Paul Rudd, Scott Lang. So cool to see them two together for a lot of the movie. I didn't think Hank Pym or like Michael Douglas didn't have a big role. I thought they were going to kind of have Hank Pym
That's what I thought.
be in the beginning, and once the torch passes
Yep,
off, like he's
that's
going
what
to
I
kind of
thought.
step into the shadows. The fact that they
I
kept both of them,
Mm-hmm.
the main two
Front
guys
and
throughout the
center.
whole movie.
I thought they were going to kill
Awesome.
him off early on. That's personally, I thought they were going to kill
Yeah,
off
that
Hank
too.
Pym really quickly.
That too.
And like Scott Lang was going to do it more for like to avenge Hank Pym's death.
Yeah.
I didn't know he would be in the whole damn thing.
Oh
and
yeah, it was
survive.
awesome, man.
So that was
so cool.
Yeah.
So cool that they were in there for that long. And just okay, so all the shrinking stuff, like all the times when Ant-Man would shrink down and we'd see just the camera work for all that, man. I thought it was gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
It could
awesome.
it could look so stupid. It could have been really quirky, and I thought it was like visually stunning.
Yeah, it was
No,
very
it was
well
awesome.
done.
It was awesome. One thing that kind of like didn't make sense to me when I was thinking, like when he's small and he's basically flying, but I kind of like understand that if you're that small, you have the power of if you're normal size.
Right,
So,
so if
it's
you
like
can
if you're
jump
jumping,
3
you're like,
feet.
woo, you know?
Yeah.
It's like you're
Yeah.
Mario jumping, dude. Like,
Right.
you know?
We got super strength with that too, because there was that scene where Evangeline Lilly's telling him like, he punched somebody too soft with a tap, but you hit him too hard, like you'll kill him.
Right.
Because he's just got that much blow when he's that small.
Yeah.
It's kind of similar to like the Quicksilver sequence in Days of Future Past when he was making them punch themselves and stuff. He was moving their hand like this fast, but it was a knockout hit.
Right.
You know what I mean?
right.
It's all about like the speed and like the size. You know,
That's
a lot of
crazy, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
That's
really cool.
insane to think about. That's so cool, man.
I think they did a very good job with basically all the fight sequences, but just everything in general, keeping it proportioned.
Oh yeah.
Like even the part where like he tries to crush him and then he like expands and all of a sudden he's like big again, but it's just like I don't know. I thought they did a really good job with that and didn't like try and overdo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too
absolutely.
much. Like they made it. They kept it grounded.
I love that it was such a small scale film too. So you're coming off of Age of Ultron, it's like end of the world. This island, or they're taking a city and it's floating into the sky, and I mean it's on the verge of extinction. And you go from a movie that big, and even before that, with Captain America, Winter Soldier. I mean it's like epic scale of Shield being compromised, and then all the helicarriers are going to the sky to just like, execute people.
Yeah.
Big stuff. And this was literally contained to like Hank Pym's house, the daughter and the mom's house, and the one, the Pym
headquarters
Industries
or
or whatever.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man. Sometimes that's all you really need to have a great film.
Oh, it was
It's
top-notch,
like,
dude.
like less is more approach.
The final battle between them, dude, took place for 2 seconds in a pool, and the rest of it was in a little girl's bedroom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it was perfect. When that frickin' Thomas the Tank Engine,
That was
when it blew up, and
Oh, through the house. Oh, we were
And then,
laughing
like
our
the
ass
big
off.
ass ant crawls by and shit. She's like beating it. I was like, oh my god, this is amazing.
Oh, it was so
Um,
funny,
What was I
man.
gonna say? All right, I want to ask what blah, blah, blah. What is going on in this post-credit scene? Because we were talking about
So
it.
you had
and,
two of them.
well,
So the first one was you're gonna get the Wasp, like kind of.
Yeah, we're going to get
Yeah.
that was more of like a continuance of the Ant-Man story, and then the
Yeah.
second we got
Yeah.
more of the cinematic universe continuance.
I'm talking about the cinematic universe
Okay.
continuance.
Yeah.
So, I think that scene, like Civil War is happening or already happening, something along those lines, because it seemed like, I don't know, I mean, okay, so Falcon catches Winter Soldier somehow. Like, what is Winter Soldier doing? Is he going after Captain? Which we both agreed that he really wasn't. Maybe he
No.
was just kind of just trying to find himself or something, and Falcon catches him, puts him to sleep, wakes up, oh my god, I'm trapped. Cap, come look at this, I got Winter Soldier. We shouldn't tell Stark about this. I know a guy that can break into Stark's industry. Like, kaboom. You can totally tell Falcon was humble about him getting his
yeah.
ass kicked.
It was hardcore Civil War on that, dude. Hardcore. And if you remember at the end of Winter Soldier, the way that ended, it was basically, Cap was like, I'm going out to find Bucky, and Falcon was like, I'm with you, dude. And then when they ended with the
Bucky's
post-credit sequence on
looking
that,
at his-
Bucky went back to the museum and was reading about himself in that Captain America museum and was talking about his buddy Bucky.
That's right, yeah.
So he's definitely, coming out of the mind control.
Yeah.
And, and starting to, grasp what's going on. But yeah, dude, the way they had him caught, and he just had his arm, like, just wedged in between, like, steel, just like, you ain't going nowhere, baby.
was
So
awesome.
cool at the
So
end.
cool.
I was
But yeah,
really
that's
happy to see that.
definitely mid-Civil
I'm
War
glad they
right there.
tied that in because I was like worried that we haven't seen Bucky. It's like, damn, I want to see more of him.
Well, there's your cameo. So
Yeah,
it's
good. Like finally,
Oh, yeah.
we're gonna start getting more of him in there.
Well, it's perfect how they did that because it's the perfect time for Ant-Man now.
Yeah.
Now this is how you get Ant-Man into the Avengers. It's perfect.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to bring you on with us. We need you to get into Stark.
And exactly. And we need to get you into the Stark. we were talking about when we got out of there. I was like, it makes it so cool because like he can technically kick all their asses. I mean, not 100%. Like I'm
He
better.
can hold his own though.
He
more
can
than I thought
definitely
he would
hold
be
his
able
own.
to.
More,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Like he totally took on Falcon like he was his bitch, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, he's just a guy in a machine thing, but you take on someone like Captain America, or Iron Man, or even the Hulk, which isn't gonna happen. But like,
Well, the only reason Falcon even stood a chance is because he has goggles that like helped him pinpoint where
Yeah.
Scott Lang was,
And everybody
it's like,
else
what
don't
if he
have
fights
that.
Cap? Cap's not gonna be able to see him, you know.
Yeah.
So
That's what I'm really excited to see how
he
they're
can
going to integrate his
definitely hold his
powers mixed with the other superheroes and stuff, and just how much more we're going to see from Ant-Man, because there's aren't there interpretations of Ant-Man where he grows too, right? Like he gets huge.
Well, that's why he's got those little discs.
That's what I thought. I thought they
Yeah.
were throwing it in there to kind of allude to that, because I'm like, dude, like when we get to the Thanos stuff, you're gonna have to make him big. Like I want to see him big. I want to see him big and try to stomp his ass or something.
Yeah, there
You
will
know?
be.
Dude, seriously, there's
They'll have
things
some
where he's
shit.
huge. He's like 15 times the size of a person. Like
Yeah,
it's huge.
they have to throw something like that in. But I think definitely you guys are right. Like the post-credit sequence is going to be not mid-Civil War, but early Civil War. Like they haven't officially broken off into factions. I think they're going to be like, this is like early on in the Civil War where Tony's, already starting to side with the government on the, the Registration Act or whatever they're going to pass.
Yeah.
And then Cap's kind of just trying to like slowly, quietly like edge his way inside behind enemy lines to battle Tony Stark. So I don't think like I think this is going to be introduced early on in Civil War.
Yeah.
As like Ant-Man's going to get into Stark Industries and maybe that's going to be like, all right, let's fucking go.
Yeah.
Like you just tried to break into my facility. It's time to go.
absolutely.
Speaking of real quick, I know we're on short time. The scene where Falcon shows up, he's like, "There's a breach of security." He's like, "I don't know," and he zooms in. He's like, "I found him," and he's like, "Oh, he found me," and he zooms up. He's like, "Hi, I'm Scott. How you doing?" And he's just like, "Did he just say hi? I'm Scott." Like, this is supposed to be an infiltration mission.
Yeah.
You just gave yourself away to like the enemy, so to speak. That was so cool. It's just like if you think about it, man. Like the Avengers compound totally got breached. And he totally got out of there scot-free, dude.
Yeah.
So cool.
No pun.
Yeah, exactly. No pun. Such an awesome film, man. I really enjoyed it. Like,
Yeah. For me, it's like top 5. It's like same level as Iron Man to me.
Yeah, I agree.
Same level. Like I enjoyed both movies equally. Parts of each movie I like more than the others, but like it's still on that same level, I think.
Yeah,
It's a great
I
origin
agree.
story. I'm glad they didn't try to tie it in too much already. Like I just wanted a straight Scott Lang story. I didn't want them to try and put all this other crap in there. Like give me something grounded
Yeah.
and then add him in later on. And I like that they did that.
No, definitely. I think I found with these Marvel films in the cinematic universe that there's really 2 categories that they fall in, at least for me. It's either the top dogs, which for me it's Iron Man, Winter Soldier, Guardians, Avengers, and now Ant-Man. Those are like the 5 that are kind of like the flagships.
Right.
And everything else is just like, yeah, it was good. Not perfect, but it was still fun. And that's like your Hulk, well, maybe
Thor.
Iron Man 2 and 3 would be a step under that. But like,
Iron Man.
Thor 1, Thor 2 were like, they're not bad.
see, I ended up really liking those. Those are like same to me as what like the first Captain America were, the
No, I
stuff.
like all those, but I mean, I think like when I went back and watched Thor 2, I wasn't as impressed as I was the first time I watched it.
Yeah, I've only seen it the one time. Maybe I gotta
Like
revisit that.
I rewatched it on TV and I was like, it's good, but stories like could have been better. I like that they introduced the Infinity Gem, but it's still like it wasn't as powerful as the first one was to me.
Yeah.
And maybe that's just because Loki wasn't in it that much. But
Yeah.
other than that, I mean,
I'm straight up, man. I liked it as good as Guardians, Avengers, and now Ant-Man. They're all up there, like right now. Under it is Winter Soldier was so kick-ass. I mean, okay, so those 4, like those 4 are all up there. Everything else is underneath it. Iron Man I really liked, but like I kind of look at it as Iron Man as like I can't be just it's done, like I don't know. It's just it's weird. Like you're probably gonna hate me for saying this, but like you can't just be riding on the coattails of just like Iron Man's like success or something. I should say that about Avengers 2 and all these other ones, but it's like this is so good, man. This was a really good fucking film. This was awesome.
Yeah. It was fun. Everybody came to play, man. You could tell everybody had fun with the movie. It was small scale, didn't need to be big. It kept contained. It was a freaking heist movie, and to take superheroes, a heist film, people that shrink down to the size of an ant to control ants with their mind and stuff. I thought they kept it on a pretty level scale. This could have got out of hand real quick.
Yeah,
they did good with it.
Oh, one last thing. So I was telling him in the theater that the part where he talks about his wife just vanishing into that realm. I was like, dude, this is totally just either some time gemstone or reality gemstone or something to where he could probably use that. Maybe Doctor Strange. And then totally just bring her back.
I think it'll tie right in.
That's what I was thinking.
They showed her for a quick second when he jumped through.
They did.
There was a quick silhouette second when he was flipping through that time warp thing, just for a flash, and I was like, there it was.
Really?
Yeah.
They showed her? Okay, I totally missed it.
They'll go back. They have to, because now Hank Pym knows it's possible to return.
Yeah.
So now he's going to invent technology that will allow him to return.
Or it's going to tie Doctor Strange right into it, dude. He's going to be one.
Doctor Strange, bring it back.
That's going to be exciting, man.
That whole scene, though, reminded me of Interstellar.
Interstellar, yeah.
That's the first thing I thought about, too. I was just like, where's the bookshelf? Oh, good stuff, man. So we all dug it, man.
Yeah, it was kick-ass.
Cool, man.
I liked it. Yeah, that was good.
That was really fun, man. That's it, man. That's a spoiler discussion for Ant-Man. Let us know what you guys felt about it. Where does this rank with the other Marvel films in a cinematic universe? We had a lot of fun with this movie. So thank you all very much for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Check us out on Facebook.com/Nerf Herders Podcast. And until next time, keep on Nerf herding.